This is let me fix this. Let me fix this. This is Snow Judavish Shield, aka Snow Red, aka Frozen Snow Red, aka Golden Snow Red. I deeply apologize about making so many videos. But there's so much I want to say. And this is actually an apology letter. Like, remember my last one was a thank you letter. I was actually put in my place. The Arcturians and Pleiadians and Archangels are letting me know that it was a no-no for me to complain. But like I tell, they're letting me know that. I mean, the dark ancient light beings are not being mean. That I mean, the, they know what they're talking about. That I need to walk my walk and I need to talk my talk. You know, when I tell all of you not to complain, I did not complain myself, and it was actually a huge mistake for me to complain about me where I live and my neighbors and everything because they reminded me something I completely forgot. Here's a story for you. I actually came from the rich area of the town, the new area where all the the famous people, the doctors, the lawyers, high up professional people, the 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 college athletes, you know, the people from Huskers and stuff. I used in Westland. The Westland athletes. I used to live next to them. The Husker athletes. I used to live next to um, pretty much the famous the goers around here, and it was not a fun experience. It was not a fun experience because you don't understand when you're right now my income a year, no joke, is, let's see, it's about eight. I make about $8,000 a year. I know that may sound like that's why I say when I say I'm poor, I really mean I'm poor. I mean the currency. I literally make 8,000 a year. When I was living at that place, the Lurch area, I was making let's see, 17 to 18,000 a year. So my income was double, which I was I had I and it was kind of a rough go. And not only could I technically couldn't afford it. The rent was like $1,000 a month, and that's not including utilities, the garage, and 24-hour maintenance. And I was you know I technically couldn't afford it, but I was able to manage it. I mean, I've never met, like I told you, I've never missed a rent payment. And I've lived there for 3 years. And it was some of the worst times of my life. You know, I, there's a reason why I feel hard. I know that sounds kind of silly that, you lose it going from 17, 18,000 a year down to 8,000 a year is falling hard. That literally, you know, like I said, I with money, it's magic in my hands. I know how to. I'm just a modern day version of my ancestors. My ancestors were hunters. I know how to hunt for the best deals. I know how to find a good price for everything. Like literally, money in my hands is like gold. I can turn money into gold, literally, in a literal sense. Like money, like I'm very very good with money. Like I look at that. Look what I can do on 8,000, 17, on 17, 18,000 a year. I had a luxury car. I had subs. I had $1,000 amp. I was one of the first people to have a touchscreen radio in the car. My had a Chrysler 300 all decked out and everything, and I every um every week I would. I know this sounds kind of silly, somebody that in love with their car, but I would actually wash and polish my car like literally every week, every Sunday. After I went to church, I would go down because I have a special car wash. Well, by the way, if you folks need a special car wash, I can take you to my car wash, and it's a very special place, and we can clean out your car. I vacuum my car every Sunday, and I I I wash it and polish it. And actually, the funny story is when I went to go try trading in, uh, they thought I just bought they thought I bought the car like the they thought I bought my Chrysler 300 a week, before I came in. It would really I had the Chrysler 300 for like 2 or 3 years, and they thought I only had it for like 2 weeks. which is kind of hilarious. I mean, it technically it was my first car. Well, actually, my first car was a junker, which I still treated with utmost respect. I mean, I put so much money in that junker car, unbelievable. Um, I literally put like 7, 8 thousand in that junker car, and I paid like $800 for that junker car. But I love that. It was my first car. I love that car. I literally put within a year and a half. I put you know I put I put 7 or 8 thousand into that car. Like it was, I got a new transmission, I got a new engine. I did so much to that car. I got brand new tires. I mean, it needs so much work. It's unbelievable. It's a lot better to go to buy it, to make payments on a new car than to try to fix up a junker. But I love that junker. That junker. This sucks. I can't remember the names. I had special names. Oh yeah. Um. I can't. Oh yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying to remember the name of my Chrysler 300. Oh, what was the name? I can't remember the name of my junker car. She had a special name. Both my cars are a she. I mean, sometimes your car's a he. Sometimes your car's a he. Most of the time when your car's a she, it's because the first owner is a she. Um, that's usually when the car's a she. And a lot of times, a lot of cars are males. So remember, you do that thing like I taught you. You ask, was my Chrysler 300 a female? Look at my hand lock up. That means my Chrysler 300 was a female. Was my junker car a female? Oh crap! Actually, actually that's not good. That's not good. Let me ask you. Was my junker car a male? Holy crap! I screwed up. I didn't realize. I mean, I didn't know this back then when I had my junker car. By the way, that's really bad. If your car's a male and you name it a female, that's not good. That's probably why my car kept on, because your car. I mean, it's not alive, but it has a soul, you know. And it's important to always name your car, just like you always name a boat, you always name a car. And that makes sense because my car was giving me a lot of trouble. It was acting up on me, and that's because I was calling a female name was a male. I can't believe I didn't know that till now. That's pretty epic. I had no clue my junker car was a male. Sorry about this, sorry, you know. But my Chrysler 300, I'm trying to remember its name. I think I named it. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. I think I named it Veronica. Um, Let me think. Yeah, yeah. I named my Chrysler 300 Veronica, and I mean she. Oh no, wait. I didn't name my Veronica. I'll figure it out. I'll ask my psychic what I named. I'll ask him the first letter of what I named my Chrysler 300, and I'll tell you folks. But my Chrysler 300 was strong. And I did whole point. That's when I first learned about whole point point. I was doing whole point point constant on my Chrysler 300. Yeah. Oh, sorry about the tangent. Anyways, I was living in a luxury apartment. I had it all. I had a Chrysler. By the way, the reason why I was able to afford a Chrysler 300 is because the junker car. It got somebody totaled it. So basically, I got a lot of money for it for injuries and stuff like that, and so I used it to buy the Chrysler 300. So that's the story how you know, and I love that Chrysler 300, and I hit rock bottom. I was not living the life I should have been living. I was playing video games all the time. I was still studying. I was studying quite a bit, but I was just living a life of luxury, which was not. I'm not. I'm supposed to train. I'm supposed to help people. I was not helping anybody. I was actually contributing to the bad in the world by selling tacos. I know that sounds kind of odd, selling tacos, but those tacos from Taco John's are not healthy. I was actually doing whole point pona. I was actually doing whole point pona to try to sell unhealthy stuff. So I was actually doing double bad. Not only was I contributing to bad things, but I was making it so bad things, were were I mean, the store was selling a lot more bad stuff. There was one time my coworkers used to get real pissed at me at Taco John's because you know they knew my Ho'oponopono was lit, because I used to joke with I used that's when I first started learning about Ho'oponopono. I used to mess with them, and I told them, look what I can do. I mean, and literally I would cause them to have literally everybody getting 6 pack and a pound for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and my coworkers got my co- I used to do jokes like that. I used to every once in a while I do a special kind of whole which I cannot teach you that whole point because that's you can it's not okay to cause a business to constantly get business. I mean, there has to be balance. So that's why that whole point was scratch. It was really powerful, and it it just so there has to be balance. You can't have people ordering. I literally my coworkers used to get super pissed at me, and they used to tell me that knock that crap off. Because I would literally do the special whole point that I had to scratch. Because it's a whole point that because things are supposed to manifest for the best possible outcome. Things are not supposed to come into reality because you wanted to come into reality. Um, so I mean, like I said, I got powers that you have no clue that I can do. Which I actually am banned from doing that stuff. Because it's not allowed. There has to be. Basically, I was causing Taco John's. No joke. This really did happen, and I had 4 witnesses, and I'd warned them. I said, "Look what I can do," and they already knew what I can do because I did other things, and they were believers. They knew I was legit, and basically I said, watch this. I'm gonna do something special, and whenever they hear that, they get really mad because they know I'm gonna cause a lot of customers to come in, and literally it was on a day when there normally is not customers coming in, and literally, and there wasn't even a special on 6 pack and a pound. That's the thing, it wasn't like and literally, like for 2 hours straight, people were coming through the drive-through ordering, and I told them it's gonna come through the drive-through. It's not gonna come through the front. To get more validation. And literally, for 2 hours, they had to push out 6 pack at a pound. They actually ran out of meat, and my coworkers are super pissed at me. Which that I was immature. I was not with. I shouldn't have done that. That was really disrespectful. And I apologize to all those 4 workers who told me to knock that crap off. Because you were right to put me in my place. I was sitting there giggling and laughing. I know that was disrespectful, and I deeply apologize about that. I made a lot of mistakes, and I deeply apologize about that. So that wasn't right for me to make you guys, push out, a 6 pack and a pound after 6 pack and a pound for 2 hours. As a little joke to you. I know, I had a lot of strife with you Taco John's workers, but still that didn't. I know a lot of you treated me bad, but that still didn't give me the right to, to cause you to give you, to cause that kind of, that work for you when you didn't need it. Well, anyways, you know, I need to be grateful. I apologize for complaining about living next to my neighbors. I'm very grateful. The reason why I'm here in this neighborhood is to bring balance. We have a lot of molesters. We have a lot of gangsters. We have a lot of drug users and drug dealers around this area, and I'm here to bring balance. Because there's so much bad in this area. And there's other people that I can't talk about that are pretty evil people. I'm here to bring balance because like I said, everything is balance. You know, that's why if you're a light worker and you're in a situation with a bunch of OGs and thug life people, you're there for a reason. You're there to bring balance, to uplift them and help them. And so this is a message to all you light workers. If you're in my situation, I was because of that I was forced to be among these dark people to bring balance, to care for them because dark side needs light just as like I said, dark needs light just as much as light side forces. It's just dark side lives on very little, and everybody needs light to survive, no matter if you're dark, light, or whatever. And the reason why I was became friends, and I was surrounded by dark side people, is because that's where I was needed. That's where I was needed the most. Because where there is darkness, there needs to be some kind of light. Or else the darkness would just kill itself, or if there's too much light, the light would implode and kill itself. And that's why with a bunch of light happiness, there's always this dark person. Always a couple dark people. Among the dark communities, there's always not communities, being dark in neighborhoods and stuff like that. There's always that person who's of the light. Uh, it's just the way that it is. Sorry about my tangent. That I apologize to my landlord. I apologize to my neighbors for complaining. I'm thankful that I live next to you, because I much rather live next to all you neighbors than the rich people and the famous people and the college people. I much rather live next to gangsters, molesters, and drug users and drug dealers, and that type, and seniors. I would rather live next to all that than the rich, the famous, you know, the college people, because that was not a fun experience. Okay, have an awesome day. I've been pushing out so much work. I'm just getting myself prep. I gotta do at least 6 to 8 hours of putting in work. I have to put out a lot of good, and you know I have to help a lot of people, and it's I need to be, like I said, I need not complain. I need to be grateful. So have an awesome day, all of you. Remember, always positive, happy, and hopeful. That's my message for all of you. And sorry about the tangent. Apologize for complaining. I should know better. 1 second. And this is Snow, GW Shield, aka Snow Red, aka Frozen Snow Red, aka Golden Snow Red. Have an awesome day, all of you.